But we ended up raising a ton of money.
We met Colby and
what? It's the coolest job ever. Meraki team. Hi everyone.
Welcome back to Meraki team.
So today we're gonna be talking about jobs.
Yay!
Yeah!
So it's actually funny because a lot of people, like, when they think about, working and like doing jobs, there's like a negative connotation with it.
Yeah.
But we've always had a lot of fun with the jobs that we've had. And so, I don't know, I guess we're lucky with what we've gotten.
Yeah.
As kids, we always did like the basic stuff, right?
Yeah,
like,
the jobs for mom and dad. Mom and our grandpa would both let us do like jobs, extra jobs for them to like earn little like quarters or something, you know? But I remember grandpa's jobs would always be harder than mom's jobs, and he wouldn't pay us as much. Like he would pay us like 25 cents where my mom would pay us like 50 cents or something, or 75 cents. And so we would always go to my mom for the jobs, even if we were at grandpa's house. I remember there was one time Ethan and I were like, hey mom, can we do jobs for you?
My favorite job that I've ever, well, I mean, maybe not ever, but like as a kid was definitely lemonade stands. Like that was my thing.
Yes.
I loved lemonade stands. I had like folders of like the best kinds of lemonade, and like I'd do research. I'd be like, what's the best kind of lemonade? What's the best price to put it at? And like I'd do like surveys and research to like figure out, the best algorithm for a lemonade stand. I was such a nerdy child. I still am, it's great. And I would like compare different locations and like figure out the best time of day. It was crazy. But I remember one time, probably the last like real lemonade stand I ever did.
It was like, it wasn't just a lemonade stand. It was you and Ethan and me.
Yeah, it was lemonade and
Ethan's our
cookies,
brother. Yeah, lemonade.
Rice Krispies.
And we had like gum. And then we also, like all sorts of desserts and stuff. It was extravagant.
And
it was
like
a
the
good
decorations were on point. It was so cool. Anyways, we were doing this lemonade stand, and I swear we raised over $100 like from this lemonade stand. But looking back, I'm pretty sure my dad donated like 40 of them because all of his kids were running it, and he thought it was cute. I don't know.
Throwback to a video, maybe our first video a long time ago. We met Colby and his sister at a lemonade stand. So
yeah, we did a lemonade stand.
Well, I don't think we
with
met
our friends.
them there, but we did.
No, but we did it with them. And that's where her love began. Oh, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. There's an amazing story. Plus, I made up a song about it. And I saw you and I knew I was gonna marry you. It's my favorite story to tell of all time.
Yeah.
After lemonade stands, oh, wait, actually, I gotta throw something in there. So my friend and I tried this. So we did this thing where we did a free lemonade stand. What? So we were like, we're a little old to be having lemonade stands. Right? Like, we're like 14 and we're like, we want a lemonade stand. So we just set out this table with lemonade, and it was like these little tiny cups, and we're just like giving away like free lemonade, right? Because our thought process was, if they're nice enough to pull over to the side of the road to like consider buying from us, then we'll just give them free lemonade because it's like a nice thing to do, right? So we're just paying it forward. But we ended up raising a ton of money because people would be like, oh, that's so sweet of you. Like, here, have $20. And we're like, we didn't, like, what? So I don't know. Maybe some research for younger kids who were as nerdy as I was, but you might make more money giving out free lemonade than making people pay for it. Yeah, but it's kind of a joke among my friends that I still do lemonade stands. It's like a 17-year-old. Whenever we need to raise money to like go on a trip, I'm like, lemonade stand, ha! It's great. Other than lemonade, we've done like babysitting and stuff.
We love babysitting. I love kids. Quite honestly, I am such a kid at heart. Like, I relate so much more to kids than I do to like people my age. I don't know. So I, like, when we go over to our family's house even, I'm always hanging out with the like 2, 3, 4-year-olds, But yeah, we love babysitting. For anyone, we have lots of fun experiences.
I remember one time when I was babysitting and the parents were so worried about it that they never actually left the house. Like, they would like leave and then they'd come back and be like, oh, we'll go in a little bit. And I'm like, okay, and they never left. Like, I was babysitting their kids and they were still at home. It was so funny. So then after that was the train. And the train, I love the train. Oh my gosh, it's so fun.
Amazing.
So Abby and I right now, we work on a train. We're not like the engineers or anything, we're actually the hosts. So when people ride on the train, we basically just entertain them. So we, sing along with them, we do karaoke, we do dance parties, we eat cookies, and like somehow we get paid for it.
Yeah, like
what? It's the coolest job ever.
it's so fun to talk to people too, like on the train and meet all of them and like
They're
get to know them.
all over the place.
It's
like,
amazing.
We've had people from all the states and like different countries.
We had someone from like Africa once. It was so cool.
Yeah,
people
it's
are
insane.
so cool.
But then the most fun part is the train has different themes. So we have, you know, Harry Potter trains,
Star Wars
trains,
pumpkin trains, Taylor Swift trains, princess trains,
like so much stuff.
Like all sorts
Easter
of
Bunny
fun
trains.
stuff. Yeah.
The favorite by far is the Christmas trains. It's the Polar Express or North Pole Express, I guess.
Yeah, North Pole Express. Yeah. It is so much fun. Before you're a host, you start out working as an elf at Christmas time. And it is like being an elf has got to be like one of my all-time favorite experiences.
So
it's amazing because so you go on and you like give the children, or well, not just the children, you give everyone like hot chocolate and cookies and you dance with them and you ask them like Christmas questions and then you sing Christmas music
songs.
and then the reindeer are on the tracks and so
you have to
sing to get them off the tracks.
Through, and it's
yeah,
so
Santa comes on. It's amazing. And it's so much fun because you can feel all the little kids like Christmas spirit and they're like so excited the whole train ride through and you're just dancing and partying.
I know. I remember when I first told my friends, they were like, oh yeah, do you have a job? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I sing and I dance and I eat cookies and I play with kids. And that's my job. And they're like, don't you do that for fun? And I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing. It's so much fun. It's like the perfect job for us. It's awesome. My other current job is a snow cone shack, okay? I work at a snow cone shack and it's so fun. Not to be biased, but I think we're the best snow cone shack in the valley. It's just, and it's so much fun because you get to like taste test all the different kinds of shaved ice and like give out, we do this thing called the guessing game where you like put a flavor in and they have to guess what flavor it is. And so like you get to do that and like you get to make snow cones. And sometimes the shifts are really long, but like you're surrounded by snow cones, so it's just so much fun. I don't know, we've had a really good experience with being able to find jobs that are still fun. And so we can work and like, you know, work hard and get things done, but also enjoy ourselves.
Which is amazing. Like, that's what work should be. Work should be fun, you know? Anyways, tell us what jobs you guys have had, what you've enjoyed, what you haven't enjoyed. Thanks for watching this. We'll see you next time.
Bye.